Well, I don't know where to look. Hmm. My arms are still weak. I my eyes look kind of like they're asymmetrical. Um, I have some. I'm sorry, folks, if you can't take this. See, it looks like my right eye is saggy and my other eye's wider. I've been having some health issues lately, and you're probably saying, duh, you haven't been online in over a year. I haven't been uploading to this channel in 2 years, and I miss it very much. I just thought I'd check in with everybody. This is, of course, Laura, and um, I'd really like to get back to my period pieces and time capsules uploads too. But in the meantime, I'd just like to update everybody as to why I haven't uploaded on my Laura Susan Johnson channel or my period pieces and time capsules channel. That's where I do movie reviews. Of course, I haven't uploaded on my Po Ass Vegan channel in ages, nor my An Ace in Spades channel in a long, long time, nor my Peach and Peach Peach and Beach Publishing channel. I can't even remember the name of my own publishing company. And no, I'm sorry, I don't take submissions because all I've ever published is my own books, and they're so independently published. It's like Smashwords, or what used to be Smashwords. So I'm just a lowly book writer, a lowly wordsmith. I'm not a rich person. I am not Stephen King or J.K. Rowling. I'm just a writer. That's it. I'm an author of fiction of the LG, LGBTQIAP category. Uh, Speaking of which, I have not completed Dream, nor Armor, nor Perfect Ivory, nor The Winners. None of my projects that have been on the books for, it's going on 9 years now. No, it's actually been 9 years come November. It's been 9 years. So, I'm really sorry, folks. I'm so sorry about all those promises way back in 2017 when I said, "Oh yeah, it's going to be out this summer." I didn't have a framing device. I just didn't have a framing device. So again, I apologize. I have both books right in here, and they're kind of outlined, but in a different way than the other two were that I've already published. I've published several short stories. I've published them under Laura Susan Johnson, and I ran into a terrible problem back in 2014. I managed to finish my novel Bright after I moved out here. How I managed, I don't know, because the problem is the house I now live in. There's no privacy, and um, there's just no atmosphere that lets you write. Luckily, I have been depending a lot on music, just like I did with Crush and Bright, my first two books. Uh, it's the next two books that I've been just having a horrible time with, not because they're bad stories. Like I said, the entire two books that I'm trying to complete, They're in here. They're in here into completion. But for the longest time, I needed this framing device and I couldn't find it. And I finally did find it. And it's working out real well. But the other problem I've had is illness. And now my mom is sick with kidney disease. I've had so many deaths in my family in recent years. One in particular just slammed me on the ground. It was a cousin of mine who was a year younger than me, or was a year younger than me. He died in 2020, and I didn't find out till last year, and it just broke my heart. Was it last year or earlier this year that I found out? You know, it's been it was such a blow. And he died of renal failure after deciding to go off dialysis. He just couldn't stand it anymore. But we were such close friends as kids, and I took it pretty hard. So, yeah, his middle name was Christopher, and the middle names of my two most important protagonists in the two books I'm trying to write, they both happen to be Christopher. One of them picked it as his middle name. The other one just happened to have it. In other news, I did a DNA test on myself through, is it CGI Laboratories? They're the ones that promise they won't sell your info, even though I wouldn't mind solving some, Jane Doe or John Doe crimes, and giving a person their name back. That's pretty cool. I probably should have submitted it to upload it to Name Us or something like that. But I found out that I'm 33% Italian, even though my birth name is an Armenian name. Reason I write under Laura Susan Johnson is because Laura Susan was the name my mom wanted me to have, but my dad and my paternal grandmother decided that I should be named something else, and they stole my middle name from a cousin that's a year younger or older than me, and so that's nothing original. There's no original. And plus I didn't want to be reminding everybody around. I was writing, the time I was writing, the time I started writing was right at the height of the Keeping Up with Kardashians, and so I didn't want to be reminding everybody of Kim Kardashian. My real name is Kimberly Oanessian. And I just thought Laura Susan Johnson is plain, simple. It's not memorable. I don't want to be famous. I just want to put out good work. I'm not much to look at. I was when I was 18. I was an averagely attractive person. Nowadays, I'm just sort of an old lady who's, just trying to make it. Just trying. Back then, I was hungry for fame, but I'm glad it didn't happen, and I don't want it to now. So I found out it's 33% Toscani Italian. And along with the other stuff, I have French, I have German, I have Dutch, I have a little bit of Belgian, Scottish, English, Irish, Punjab or Punjabi, Gujarati, Indian, Cherokee, Turtle Tribe, Delaware, uh, some kind of tribe, American tribe from the Carolinas. The second part of their name is Saponi, which is Saponi. It's spelled that. There's another part of their name, but I forgot what it was. It's been a long time since I looked at my ancestry family tree. A ton of English, Danish, Swedish, of course. The Vikings got around, and so did Marco Polo. A little bit of Vietnamese and some Han Chinese. Just a ton. Oh, yes, Iberian, Spaniard, Portuguese. I did say Normandy French, Northern French. Just a whole lot of stuff, man. Just tons of stuff. So, and of course Armenian and possibly Turkish, you know. I don't know. I mean, they're supposed to be sworn enemies, but here I am, pasty face, green-eyed, blonde hair, but it's calico hair, as you can see. I've got white hair, gray hair, black hair, long, dark coffee hair, wavy, red, copper hair, beautiful auburn hair, blonde hair. I mean, I've got it all. I've got black hair, if I didn't already say that. So, no eyebrows, of course. I plucked them all out when I was about 20. I just like to pluck. That's a real bad habit of mine. I like to peel away dead ends, and I like to pluck. It's a nervous habit. Something to do with, obsessive compulsive disorder. Anyway, another thing about something that went wrong recently is I was waking up from a nap, and my entire middle spine was glued to the bed almost. It was like I was paralyzed, in the very middle of my back was paralyzed, and I could not move. And I could wave my legs and arms around and lift my head up off the bed, but the middle of my body was completely glued to the bed. It was like paralysis. And I was terrified for about an hour. I finally started grabbing handfuls of mattress and sheets and shoving my body towards the edge of the bed. And I should have grabbed the phone and called 911, but again, my middle name should have been Denial, because I just couldn't face the fact that something was terribly wrong. And so I jerked my legs so much that I really did something. I'm sorry about the shaky camera. I did something to my spine or something, because I just couldn't move. I don't know why I couldn't move. I told my doctor all about it. I did something to my left leg when all was said and done. I finally got into a sitting position when I reached the edge of my bed, but I couldn't hold myself up. I kept sinking. I'd pull my spine up, try to sit, and I'd sink. And I'd do it again, and I'd sink. And finally, after just shoving myself up and holding myself up, I finally stayed up, sat up. And I went to the doctor. They did some x-rays, labs, and they want to send me to physical therapy now because my left leg is tweaked or something. There's something going on inside of my spine to where My left leg hurts when I cough, hurts when I laugh, hurts when I fart, hurts a lot. And I can't walk right on my left leg. Now my right leg, which has been broken when I fell down a flight of stairs on Christmas Day 2005, is not nearly as bad as my left leg, which got squared up by this latest incident of unknown origin. I have a condition called cheilitis. It's not a cold sore. It's something caused by my medication. It dries out my mouth to the point where I salivate in my sleep, and the saliva has so much medication making it acidic that it makes sores on my mouth that crack and bleed if I don't drink plenty of water every day. And believe me, I drink a lot of water. I drink water and carbonated, like fruit-flavored club sodas like Bubbly and LaCroix and Waterloo. Those, you can find them at Walmart. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. I've been writing as much as can and discovering new music to add to my ever-growing playlists, dream soundtracks, if you will. My favorite bands right now are Japanese Breakfast, which I just discovered. And a shout out to my friend Ashley Meredith from Nova Scotia. You helped me discover Ally X. I really enjoy her song, Truly Dreams, because that is really catchy, has excellent 80s vibe. I love the drum machine. I just really like different kinds of music. I like chill hop, lo-fi, retro music. I love the Stranglers. My favorite songs by them are Golden Brown, of course, and The Raven is an ageless song by them. You just can't get sick of that song. I mean, if you play it back to back a million times, of course you're going to get sick of any song. But B-Row Craddock is an excellent chill hop artist, lo-fi artist. I love chill hop and Joey Pecoraro because they do what you would call retro hip-hop type songs, and they sample really good pieces of songs or even chunks of old, like, film noir type movies. And they're just really great artists. They do excellent things with their stuff. And I like to collect songs that I enjoy very much. And sometimes you'll find an artist on my playlists multiple times, even the same song multiple times, just different videos. I have playlists for Crush, and you'll find it's like Crush Dream Soundtrack by Laura Susan Johnson. It'll be a playlist. You'll find Bright Dream Soundtrack by Laura Susan Johnson, and that'll be a playlist. And then there's a new one, newish, Dream, and it'll be Dream Soundtrack by Laura Susan Johnson. The first video on that soundtrack will be by Valis Alps. It'll be their song, what's the name of that song? Oh, come on, Kim, Laura, whatever your name is. It's called Youth. Young. Has to be Young, because I wrote a song called Youth, and it's the theme of my last, or my fourth book anyway, Armor. But Young has a visual, or the thumbnail of the video will be what appears to be a person with a very red face and a kind of bloody eyebrows. And that I liked because one character in the film Armor gets beaten and abused and just so many brushes with death, so many brushes with attempted murder by somebody who's supposed to protect him. And him slash her is actually what I should say, because the person is an intersex. The person was born intersex. And because of that fact, his father hates him. His mother insists. He identifies as male. He knows he's male almost from the moment he's conscious and aware of things. But his mother wanted a girl. His dad wanted a boy. His dad hates him because he's not the kind of boy the dad wanted. And the mother insists that the child live as a daughter. And what the mother puts him through and what the father puts him through is absolutely criminal. And I really wish that I could get this book, the first book, Dream, out as fast as possible. But it's just such a slow going. It's not writer's block at all. There are different circumstances. And I apologize. I know that a lot of people have been waiting so long, and like I said, I am not Stephen King. I am not J.K. Rowling. I am just some little indie author, but I know that if people got to read this story, they'd be thrilled. It would be a story about the age spectrum and a lot of people on it that are so vastly different from each other. So many different characters, but so alike. They're different from each other, but they're so much alike. And I think I've said it a million times, but again, there's such a kinship and such a sense of family and friendship. And they go through so many adventures and misadventures and so many terrifying and so many hilarious things together. I mean, it's not all a thriller or a crime drama, these two books coming up. There's a lot of laughter and a lot of family moments that are they come from my own family. They're what I would call family folk stories, family memories that were so endearing to me that I just have to capture them. But, we'll see. I really wish I could just hurry up and get this thing out of my head and onto the paper. And it's just so slow going. It's just agonizing for me because I want to get it out there and published overseas and here in America. So it's not going to be like the other two. It's part of the same series, but it's different. I've told those stories, as I said. I've done the erotic thriller, the erotic crime drama, whatever. But I have done that, and this is more about love without sex, because as an asexual, maybe they're right. Maybe I don't understand what I'm writing about as far as those other two books were concerned. I got a few 1-star reviews on them. But I also got a lot more positive reviews, a lot more 5 and 4-star reviews. But I need to tell more about what I really know. The loneliness, the isolation, the introversion, the revulsion, and yet being able to form close friendships and really having conversations, deep, meaningful conversations about things and talking about history and family and origins and the roots and where they came from and culture, different cultures, and the fun of learning about where all my ancestors came from all over the place. And it's really amazing, uh, me learning about being from Asia, India, Western Europe, Eastern Europe. Oh, it's so amazing. Anyway, I got to stop that because now I'm starting to talk in circles. I will talk to you folks sometime in the near future, I hope. So we will see you later. And I thank you for watching if you made it this far.